Good evening and welcome to Hornet Arena, site of this year's 6A state tournament. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside Mark Oliver. Before we set up tonight's action between your Wampus Cats and Bentonville, let's go straight into the starting lineups. Starting tonight for Conway, Caleb London, senior guard, senior point guard Trey Tull, senior guard Chase Boyd, sharpshooting senior Lucas Foster, and junior center Jaden Williams. That familiar starting five for your Wampus Cats. Over on the Bentonville side tonight, starting lineups for Bentonville will be Thane Spencer, Sawyer Price, Abel Hutchinson, who's got a special guest in the audience tonight, Hayden Shanks, and Braden Freeman. Like I said, I'm Levi Gilbert alongside Mark Oliver tonight. Mark, we got to do a game about a month ago. Got to do the Conway Bryant game back in Conway. Now we're in Bryant, a place that this Conway team just came to this past Friday. But they're facing a Bentonville team that's on a little bit of a hot streak tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Levi. A pleasure to be back in the booth with you, as always. Bentonville comes in red hot into tonight's state tournament game. 5 games in a row, winning and securing that 4 seed in the conference, and they're facing off against probably the best 5 seed the state of Arkansas may have ever seen in the state tournament. Conway's playing really good basketball right now. Coming into this thing, somebody has to be the number 5 seed, and Conway ends up here. This is a dangerous matchup if you're Bentonville, even coming in on a red-hot streak. Conway is not a team to overlook by any means, and of course, it's the state tournament. It's do or die time, win or go home, and neither of these teams are ready to call it quits on their season just quite yet. Yeah,
you mentioned it, Mark. Conway comes in as the 5 seed, could have easily ended up as the number 2 seed, but that loss to Bryant, that 2-point loss on a last-second layup this past Friday, combined with a Central win, dropped Conway all the way down to the 5 seed. So hopefully they can shake off the what-ifs and what could-have-beens and just focus on the here and now. Conway winning the tip as we get underway in the final game tonight here in the first round of the 6A state tournament. Early shot by Conway, no good. Bentonville in transition. They find Abel Hutchinson over on the left side, one of Bentonville's better shooters. He's going to be looking to get hot early here. He gets picked by number 5, Chase Boyd. Chase, a defensive specialist for these Wampus Cats. Going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Bentonville.
Not surprised to see Chase Boyd coming out of the gate swinging. Conway not looking for a slow start. They want to come out of this thing quick. They want to punch Bentonville in the mouth and get ahead and make them play catch up here early.
One of the things I've noticed about this Conway team is when they're shooting well, it's a hard team to play against because of what they do so well on the defensive end. Both teams starting a little cold here in the first minute. Conway's playing a man defense. Be interesting for Jaden Williams tonight as his coverage likes to play on the perimeter. Bentonville with an early 2-point lead. 6:49 to play. Conway running that motion offense. Trey Tull on the right side. 3-pointer is good. Conway on top.
Conway's first lead of the night. You said it. Conway is very familiar with the surroundings. They just got done playing here. A close game, a contested game. So they've got the experience of playing in this gymnasium. They're familiar with the rims, if you will. And I think that's going to be a huge advantage. Conway looking to play its defensive game. I'm looking at Jaden Williams. I'm looking at Kyler Spencer, perhaps. Big men will dominate this game. And Conway's going to look to try to take that to victory to get past round 1.
I think if it does come down to big man play, I'm going to give the advantage to Conway. Bentonville trying to get a shot inside, no good. Chase Boyd gets the rebound in transition. Finds Jaden Williams at the top of the key. They've been running this motion offense to start the game. Trey Tull driving inside, can't get the shot to fall. Bentonville with the rebound. And it's not that they were just here Friday, it's also the fact that that game meant so much with playoff seeding, obviously. It was like a playoff game already, so they've got that experience of not just being here, but feeling what it's like to play here under pressure. Lucas Foster with the pull-up three, bounces around, no good. The big man, Jaden Williams, gets the rebound, tries to get the shot up, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line 4-2.
That's exactly what makes Jaden Williams so good, going down there, creating opportunities, whether it be from buckets down low or from the charity stripe. It's going to go a long way in helping this team proceed throughout this tournament.
Jaden's first free throw is true. It's going to be another factor to watch tonight. We've talked about it all season. Free throw shooting at times has been a bugaboo for this Conway team. Other times it's been a life sin, so hopefully we're on the latter side tonight.
Yeah, and another way to look at it, state tournament, you can kind of throw out the records. Yeah, you've done some things, you've missed some opportunities during the season, but man, everybody's starting fresh tonight.
Bentonville finding some action down low for Braden Freeman.
Williams coming up with a big block there to get the rock back to the boys in blue.
Conway sticking with this motion offense. Looking down low to Jaden, kicks it back outside. Lucas Foster on the right side, finding Caleb London. Back out to Boyd, over to Tull. Williams asking for it. London at the top of the key now. It's going to reset the offense. 4:52 remaining. And I'll try and keep the time mentioned more frequently. I see we're without our scoreboard at the moment. Conway throws it out of bounds with 4:42 remaining. Conway is leading 4-2 here in the first round of the 6A state tournament at Hornets Arena. I've heard someone say Hornets Arena. I saw in the paper this past week it was Hornets Gymnasium, so I'm not really sure what to call this place. Freeman finding Spencer on the left baseline. He goes up and under for the layup. Bentonville ties it up here at 4.
Tough shot to make, but a good shot there, equalizing the game. It's been a defensive battle so far here in the first.
Chase Boyd over to Tull, finds London. London's trying to make something happen, finds Jaden Williams on the give and go, and big man finishes it for 2. 6-4, just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Williams making a big impact early so far in this one. Hard to defend.
Jalen Lee is in now for Bentonville. He gets 2 points there, and it's tied back up at 6. Trey Tull, 3 on the right side off the front of the rim. No good. Bentonville in transition. Sawyer Price finds Freeman. Back out to Price on the right side. Deep 3 is good. Bentonville takes the lead 9-6, 3:15 to play. Bryce Bohannon getting ready to check in for the Wampus Cats. They've been sticking with this motion offense. They've liked what they've seen so far. Being able to find Williams down low. Caleb London with the pullback from the right elbow.
What a bucket, what an effort by London there. Fans, as you watch tonight, you can also engage with us on social media tonight. 5 Sports Live on Twitter, 5 Sports on Facebook, and of course you can talk to us right there in the YouTube chat. And your comment may appear on the broadcast tonight.
You just never know. Keep it clean though, all right? Because it definitely won't if it's not clean. Got our scoreboard back. You can see 2:34 remaining here, and Bentonville with a 9-8 lead as Braden Freeman just got called for an offensive foul on Bentonville's last possession. Caleb London had a nice shot on Conway's last possession. We'll see what they look for here. They find Caleb down on the baseline. He's going to kick it back out to Tull. Over to Bryce Bohannon, who's checked into the game. Feed it down to Jaden Williams. He's going to take Freeman down. Dish back out to Bryce Bohannon for the 3 from the left side, and it's good. Conway in double digits now, 11-9. Bryce hasn't been shooting the deep ball a lot this season. He's getting this offense going early here. Caleb London with a nice handle. See what Bryce has again. Little pull-up jumper from the left elbow.
Bohannon's heating up there and really being set up by Williams. You know, Williams down low could have taken the opportunity a couple shots ago, dishes it out to Bohannon, and it's great court vision out of these young men here tonight as they lead in the first.
He's heating up. That takes me back to my childhood.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Little NBA Jam action.
Can't wait to see what happens when he actually gets on fire.
I know, right? Bentonville scoring on the other end. It's a 13-11 lead for your Wampus Cats. As we approach 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. 6A state tournament. This is the first day of tournament play here in Bryant. And the Conway Wampus Cats have the last game tonight. Trey Toll pulls up from the left side. No good. Bentonville with the rebound. Beating Conway back in transition. Can't get the layup to go. It's Bryce Bohannon. He flashes his speed. Takes it all the way. Kicks it back out to Toll, finding Lucas Foster. And they're going to reset the offense here. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Wampus Cats up 13-11. Bryce Bohannon short on the three-pointer. Bentonville will hold up here for what's going to be probably the last possession of the first quarter.
Been a back and forth battle here in the first. Each team kind of flexing what's gotten them here.
Freeman thought about it. He drives in, pulls back, hits a little jumper as time expires, and we have a tie ball game, 13-all here in Bryant between your Wampus Cats and Bentonville. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with more here on Conway Court.
Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
And we're back at Hornets Arena, tied up after one quarter, 13-all. Conway will have possession here to start the second quarter. Mark, look at the stats there in the first quarter. Anything stand out to you?
Yeah, Bryce Bohannon checking in under the radar and coming in and taking over in the first quarter. Coming in, he scored from beyond the arc, down low in the paint. He knows that it's crunch time for his team, doing everything he can to help lead the way with the 5 points that he had in the first. Trey Tull and Jaden Williams 3 points apiece as Conway and Bentonville go to battle. It's the state tournament. So, yes, this is exactly what you came here to see.
And you saw on your screen a few seconds ago Nate Turner checking in on YouTube saying, "Let's go Cats." Nate Turner, that's, I believe, former offensive lineman for the Wampus Cats, now playing at Ouachita. Pull-up three-pointer from Jalen Lee is good. Bentonville back on top, 16-13 here in the second quarter. Kyler Spencer is subbed in now for Jaden Williams. See what the freshman can do in his first state tournament appearance. Trey Toll trying to force something on the left side. Foster, you know, he wants to get a look here soon. Caleb London cutting inside. Easy layup on the left side. 15-16 Bryant, or Bentonville. We're in Bryant. I see Bryant everywhere I look here in the 6A state tournament at Hornets Arena. Bentonville, good cut and pass back out to Price. Short, and he's going to foul Foster in transition. It's been a quick first half, a lot of that because haven't been many fouls called, just 3 against Bentonville, only 1 against your Wampus Cats.
I like the way Conway's playing tonight on offense, Levi. Bentonville's hit a couple of really big threes so far in this contest, but Conway not shaken, going in, and London kind of keeping pace with an answer, driving into the paint instead of trying to answer back with a 3 of their own. I think it's real smart play from Conway so far in a very close battle here in the first half.
Kyler Spencer battling inside. Caleb pulls up for a deep 3, top of the key, no good. Bentonville try and get one of their own on the other end. It's Freeman on the left side, driving in against Spencer. And Spencer's going to get called for the foul, his first here in the first half, team's second. Conway trails 16-15, 5:41 to go here in the first half. Freeman, first free throw, bounces around and out. And Jaden Williams is checking back in. You know, it was that Bryant game that you did with me a month ago where I feel like Jaden Williams really started his ascent, kind of came into his own with that big 17-15 performance he had in that game. And, you know, I know you haven't been there for all these games since, but since then he's been on a steady upward trajectory for these Wampus Cats.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe you'll bring the good luck charm here tonight for him.
I'll tell you this much, he's already playing a very great ball game out there so far tonight. Coach Longing wanting to get number 25 back on the floor as quickly as possible here.
Trey Toll on the right side, pull-up 3 is good. The Wampus Cats retaking the lead 18-17, 5:11 to go in the first half. Jalen Lee answering on the other end, regains the lead 19-18, Bentonville. I think you're right though, Mark. Whatever Bentonville's doing, Conway just keeps coming back and getting back in this motion offense, trying to make something happen. Trey Toll on the left side, he gets the shot to go, but they're gonna call a charge. I'm gonna say Spencer was set in the paint. It's a close one.
It's a tough break right there for Conway at Levi. But, you know, looking at both of these teams prior to tonight's game, you really couldn't get much more even on paper between the Tigers and the Wampus Cats. Both teams have had very similar seasons. They came in with the same record. In a lot of ways, they play the same style of basketball.
Well, and you were mentioning to me in the pregame that things could have looked a lot different for this Bentonville team if it weren't for this 5-game winning streak that they had to close the season and get up to that 4 seed. Conway looking to regain the lead. Bryce finds Paul Harris out on the right side over to Foster. His first 3-point attempt of the game is no good. They're going to keep looking to get Foster more looks as we go. That's Abel Hutchinson passing it back out to Price. Gets a little jump shot, no good. And Conway is going to come down with that second rebound attempt.
Loving the rebounding battle so far.
Caleb London trying to get something going on the other end. He's going to get called for a travel. So he tried to get that little extra step. I think if he was playing in the NBA, they wouldn't have called that.
The officials are calling a pretty tight one so far. I think it's safe to say there. You know, I like the matchup between Williams and Braden Freeman of Bentonville. The rebounding battle may just be the most important battle of the night here tonight.
Paul Harris making his presence known on the defensive end. Harris, a sophomore for Conway, has gotten a lot of great experience this season, and he gives up a bucket there. Bentonville extending their lead 21-18, 3:15 to go. Paul's another one of those Wampus Cat guards that can get hot at any moment. It's him right there, feeding it down to London. Over to Foster. He thought about it. He's going to drive in, pull up. Can't get it to fall. Freeman with the rebound. Bentonville happy to slow the pace down a little bit here.
This is really the first time tonight where we have not seen Conway immediately answer a Bentonville bucket. Let's see how they respond on defense.
It's been a brisk first half, to say the least. Freeman driving inside on the right lane. He gets the bucket to fall, and the lead extends to 5 for Bentonville.
I think that's the biggest lead of the night.
Coach Longing not going to call a timeout. He's going to let his Wampus Cats work through this one. Jaden Williams wants it down on the post. He gets it against Freeman, pulls up. Easy bucket for the junior. 23-20 Bentonville, 2 minutes to play. These games get to me, Mark. It's state tournament time.
Nothing more exciting, though, and you got to picture what it's like to be one of these student athletes.
Got a couple, or one Wampus Cat checking in here. It's Xavier Robinson, senior utility player out there. See if the Wampus Cats can keep chipping away at that lead, or maybe even tie it up on this possession. Try to find Williams, ball tipped away, but Conway retains possession. Foster on the right side. 3-point basket will not fall, and they're going to call Xavier Robinson for an over the back on the rebound attempt.
That's 4 fouls against Conway here tonight.
Jalen Lee checking out for Bentonville. So we'll play the final 90 seconds here. Cynthia Baker checking in. Let's get it, Wampus Cats. Jaden Williams' grandmother watching from Hermiston, Oregon. We're glad you're able to watch your grandson play in 6A state tournament as Freeman hits a 3-point basket for Bentonville, extends the lead. Back out, 23-20. Conway trying to get an answer on the other end. Chase Boyd, deep three on the left side. No good. We are under a minute here in the first half of the 6A state tournament, first round action between Conway and Bentonville.
Bentonville really boxing out for these defensive rebounds here late in the first half.
And I thought that last three extended Bentonville's lead out to 6. It is 26-20. Took them a while to update that score here in the arena. And Bentonville's content to let these final seconds play out and take the last shot. They've already got a 6-point lead. Trying to extend that as we close out the first half. Conway forcing the action, 8 seconds to go. Freeman pulls up for a deep three on the right corner. And it's good, 29-20. Conway throwing up a final attempt, nowhere near the bucket. And Bentonville is going to take a 9-point lead into the locker room here at halftime, 29-20. Conway trails Bentonville in the first round of the 6A state tournament. We're going to take a break, and we'll put a little timer up on the screen during halftime, let you know exactly how much time it's going to be, somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 minutes before we come back with the second half. But right now it's time for the Conway Regional Halftime Show here on Conway Court.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability, Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
A 3-decade drought came to an end in the water last week when the Conway Wampus Cats boys swim team won its first state title in 32 years. After finishing the last 3 seasons close to the top, it was a perfect storm of circumstances that came together for the Cats to win, according to head coach Craig Connor.
A lot of things have to go right to win a state championship. It doesn't matter how much talent you have. It's everybody coming together at the right moment. It's just the rest of the state, how the caliber of swimmers that they have, and I just feel like this team, after coming so close 3 years in a row, we knew what we had to do, and just our seniors motivated everybody to do their part. I mentioned last year, I wrote the number 450 up on the board, and I said, guys, this is what we have to do to win the state championship. What's your part in that? And I think they all took it to heart. Because in this sport, the guy that gets 13th in the 50 free is just as important as the guy that gets first, because we're talking about 2-3 points when it comes down to it, and everybody really bought into that, bought into the senior leadership, and I just couldn't be more proud of them.
We asked Coach Connor, what role did those seniors play in the championship?
It can't even be stated enough. Our 2 seniors, Ty Wingfield and Ethan Marat, gave a pregame speech, if you will, beforehand. Unfortunately, I didn't get to hear it because I was with one of our divers in the ER, but I think it just really shows just the younger guys how much passion and dedication that they have to our program. And I think the younger guys really want to, they really want to do well for these seniors. A lot of them have been around for a while as well, and they wanted to send these seniors out on a high note. And I just couldn't be more proud of our seniors. They've done an incredible job this year. I mean, it's like it with any sport. You rely on your senior leadership, and teams that don't have senior leadership, they struggle because, teenagers don't listen to adults a lot, but they listen to each other. And with this team, we never had to worry about that with guys like Ty and Ethan and Jeffrey Bloomfield and Gavin Teague. They just, at every turn, they knew what we needed to do, and they were just ready to make it happen.
One of those seniors, Ty Wingfield, reached an individual goal that he had set his freshman year to set the state record in the 50.
After I broke the state record, the first thing that went through my head it didn't set in at first. And after a few seconds of looking at it and realizing that I had just broken the state record, and it had been my goal ever since my freshman year of high school, it was pretty crazy. I kind of started screaming and yelling, and everybody was laughing at me, but it was pretty exciting.
Wingfield will swim collegiately at Auburn University. His classmate Ethan Marat will also swim in college. He'll swim for Swarthmore in Philadelphia. He said the coach's leadership and sacrifice made the difference.
Well, we are fortunate to have the best coaching staff, I think, in Arkansas. Connor has come in countless times to the pool, eyes bloodshot because he's stayed up all night looking at the spreadsheets. And Coach Mannion has had to drive the bus down and back to countless cities, and I know that's really hard. So, and he's been our moral support through every single meet. Both of them have been such great coaches, and we couldn't have done it without them.
Congratulations to Coach Connor and the Wampus Cats on the state title. For Conway Corp, I'm Jeff Matthews.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on. We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp. Always on.
Cut back in a minute before the second half starts. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside Mark Oliver, and just resetting the stage here. Your Wampus Cats trailing Bentonville 29-20 in the first round of the 6A state tournament. I think we got a YouTube comment we're gonna go to here. Someone watching from pretty far away, watching all the way from Brazil. He was an exchange student last year in Conway and just can't miss a game. Let's go Cats, that's awesome. Well, we're glad you're able to watch your Wampus Cats all the way from Brazil. They're trailing 9 points. That last three-pointer from Bentonville as the first half came to a close, extended the lead out to 9. Mark, what stood out to you in the first half?
Well, I think it was a really back-and-forth battle there, Levi. I mean, both of these teams very even on paper coming in. They were able to match blow for blow, and you know, this is going to be weird to say, but this is the closest 9-point game I've ever seen. Two big three-pointers from Freeman there in the final seconds is really what has made this score what it is. But this is really a closer ball game than it appears on the scoreboard. I look at Conway to continue doing what it's doing, not lose its momentum despite a 9-point deficit, and really start punishing down in the paint in the second half.
Yeah, it's a good call out. It was just a 3-point lead, and Freeman got those 2 3-pointers in the last minute to extend the lead to 9, and Bentonville's first possession here in the second half ends in a turnover.
6 points for Trey Toll led the way for the Wampus Cats in the first half. 5 points apiece from Bryce Bohannon and Jaden Williams. Caleb London adding 4 for the Wampus Cats.
Williams found London, back to Williams. Little spin move in the lane. Nice little hook shot. Cuts the lead down to 7, 29-22. Abel Hutchinson looking. Bentonville, 2 possessions. Oh, that was going to be another turnover on Bentonville. They're going to say he retained possession.
Yeah, that was a really close call to make there. But one thing that you can see, Conway very aggressive going to the ball on defense.
Conway sticking in that man defense. Abel Hutchinson trying to get one up in the lane, and they're going to call him for the charge. Abel Hutchinson, a sophomore guard for Bentonville. He's the son, I believe, of our governor, Asa Hutchinson, who is, I don't know, did I see Asa? I know I saw his wife. I think they're both in attendance tonight.
They are definitely here. I saw them down on the lower concourse. They have a very special assigned seating here tonight watching the big show.
Well, we saw some staff members with little earpieces on, and that was our first tip that maybe the governor might arrive tonight, and he did. Jaden Williams going to get called for, and actually they're going to call it on Bryce Bohannon. That's his first foul of the game. Not many fouls in the first half, which is partially why this first half just flew by. Asa Hutchinson, not Asa Hutchinson, Abel Hutchinson got away with a walk there. He's driving in the left side of the lane, puts up the layup. 31 points now for Bentonville. Lead extended back out to 9.
That was the first bucket of the third quarter for Bentonville, who's kind of had a slow start here to the second half. Couple of turnovers. Conway looking to capitalize here.
Conway's perimeter shooting a little off in the first half and continues on that possession. It's been one of the problems for this Wampus Cat team when their shooting is off. Makes it very difficult for them to be competitive in some of these games. Another Bentonville possession without points here in the third quarter. See if Conway can get things moving. Bryce Bohannon cutting down the lane. Little bounce pass to Jaden Williams, out to Foster, over to Tull. Trying to drive in the baseline, gets it back out to Foster, off the back of the rim, and Bentonville will get the long rebound.
Still a lot of time left in this game, Levi. I'd like to see Conway try to work the inside a little bit more. 9 points, not too much to overcome at this point in the game.
It's really where their bread and butter's been today. Jaden Williams with the big block inside, another block on Freeman. Big man doing his job. Short Bentonville shot, but a long rebound. Bentonville retains possession. This little break's been going their way here tonight. Three-point basket, no good. London pulls down the rebound. Wampus Cats speeding things up a little bit. Over to Bohannon on the left side. Back over to Foster. Running that motion offense. Trying to find an opening in the lane. London kicks it out to Tull on the left baseline. Deep three is good.
That was huge, Levi. A huge momentum builder for Conway, who's kind of struggling to get in past that perimeter defense.
Cuts the lead to 6 points, 31-25. Bentonville with the lead here in the third quarter. 4:31 to go. Timeout on the court. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds and we're back here on Conway Court.
DeBoard Electronics, a trusted name since 1952, is located at 650 Dave Ward Drive, 2 miles west of I-40. DeBoard Electronics offers state-of-the-art options to customize your Yamaha golf cart or your Polaris side-by-side and even your boat. With cutting-edge products, you will look good and sound good when you're cruising the water. So enjoy your time on the lake listening to your favorite tunes thanks to DeBoard Electronics, 650 Dave Ward Drive in Conway.
Welcome back to Hornets Arena. Perimeter shooting hasn't been too kind to the Wampus Cats tonight, but man, they got a big shot there by Trey Tull before that timeout.
Trey Tull leading the Wampus Cats at this point in the game, 9 points, all from beyond the arc. He's 3 of 5 from the three-point And I'm looking at him to do a lot more of that tonight.
I think he's really the only one that's made a three-pointer for the Wampus Cats tonight.
Yeah, Bohannon knocked one down early as well, but seems like Conway may be forced to shoot from beyond the arc tonight.
Conway comes out of the timeout with a full court press, and they're going to call a little reach in on Jaden Williams. Conway's going to stick with the press, though. So they're going to try and mix it up here and force some turnovers. Cut this lead down.
Still a very manageable ball game here. Just 6 points midway through the third. Still got time. No need to panic.
So the Wampus Cats go with the full court, but back off immediately after the first pass gets in for Bentonville. Another deep three-point attempt from Bentonville. Jaden Williams pulling the rebound down. Wampus Cats looking to chip away a little bit more. The 6-point lead. 3:59 to go. Conway resets the offense. They're going to try something else here. Maybe try and find Lucas Foster for a three-point shot. Bryce over to Trey Tull in that same spot. And he cannot get that one to drop.
Bentonville boxing out very well on defensive rebounding here.
Hutchinson loses the ball. Caleb London comes away with it in transition. He's just going to pull up, take it himself. Can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Can't get that to fall either in Bentonville. In transition, they're going to get Caleb London with the reach in. Third foul against the Wampus Cats. That'll be Caleb's first. Actually, they're going to call that against Trey Tull. That'll be his third. And the Conway bench is asking for an explanation there. They thought that was on Caleb London, which it was. Trey Tull can't really afford for him to have 3 fouls right now. Bentonville hits a deep three on the left side. Just when you think the Wampus Cats are getting something going, that lead extended back out to 9 points.
That's a big tray. Conway just has to stick to its game plan here. Keep chipping away.
Lucas Foster feeds it into Jaden Williams. Back out to Foster. Pull-up jumper on the right side. It's no good. Williams pulling down the big rebound. Puts it up. No foul called. London with the putback, and 2 points for the senior. 6 points tonight for London. Conway going to go full court man-to-man here again. And they're going to try and get the trap. Conway playing very physical defense. They're going to call London out on the right side. His first personal should be his second personal. They called a third foul on Trey Tull earlier. That should have been called against Caleb London. I'll only call that out because now Trey Tull has 3 fouls.
Let's see how much it impacts the fourth quarter.
34-27, 2:14 to play here in Bryant. Lee's going to get called for a carry. Conway getting a little break here.
Big possession coming up for the Wampus Cats.
Coach Longing is talking to an official. You can see him on the lower left side of your screen there, and they're gonna talk about it here. I think they're still talking about that foul earlier, a couple minutes ago now in game time, that was called against Trey Tull, but it was Caleb London who committed the foul. And when Trey Tull's 3 for 5 from the three-point line, you don't want your only shooter that's having a hot hand getting in foul trouble. Well,
looks like they're going to keep it as is.
Yeah, they talked about something and not going to overturn it this late. Wampus Cats trying to get things going here in the third quarter. Looking for Jaden Williams on the left block. Makes the power move. Can't get a good shot up. Caleb London's going to come in from behind, try and get a steal. And they're going to call the foul on Jaden Williams. It's his second.
The foul starting to rack up for Conway. And you can see Coach Longing readying Spencer to come in.
We're going to call Caleb London for another reach in here. Or was it? No, I guess he was out of bounds when he got the steal. Bentonville's going to call a timeout. This game is kind of slowed down a bit here in the third quarter. 1:43 remaining. Bentonville leads 34-27. 30-second break, and we'll be back with more here on Conway Court.
This is my home, and here's my hot water heater, located right above my living room. And here's the mess it made when it leaked. Really leaked. Kind of throws off the ambiance, don't you think? Well, I stayed calm and called the experts at All Clean Restoration, so here it is. My living room before the water damage, and my living room after. Or as I like to think, my living room before All Clean, my living room after All Clean. All Clean Restoration, proudly serving all of Arkansas.
34-27, Bentonville with a 7-point lead here, 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Your Wampus Cats in the first round of the 6A state tournament comes in as the number 5 seed, playing Bentonville, the number 4 seed. And Mark, every time it seemed like Conway's built a little momentum here in the second half, Bentonville responds with a big shot.
Yeah, Conway having to play from behind, of course, down by 9 at the halftime break. And they've had some really good things happening here in the third quarter. I like their offensive rebounding. They're still winning the rebounding battle. They just got to get out there and get some shots to fall. I think of an opportunity down low where Jaden Williams had 2 shots and nothing came up out of it.
Wampus Cats trying to create some pressure with the full court defense. It's not something we've seen a lot out of this Conway team here in conference play. They've been a little short-handed at times. Bentonville trying to get their set run. Freeman over to Hutchison. Tries to get down low, and Foster comes in, steals it, finds Harris on the left side. Gets the shot up, no good, but they will call the foul on Lee. So Harris going to go to the line for 2 free throws, and it feels like it's been a long time since we've seen a Wampus Cat free throw.
There haven't been very many tonight, but that possession, that steal by Conway is great defensive rotation, Levi, moving in and getting the opportunity there. And I love the aggressive move to the basket there. I think when you're down and the season is on the line, really for both teams, you have to take gambles like that. And so far it looks like it's paying off for the Wampus Cats.
Harris' first free throw went down, couldn't get the second one to go. Caleb London trying to get the rebound and save it. They're going to call it out on him. Bentonville ball. Conway still coming with that full court pressure. They're going to get another steal here. It's going to turn into a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Conway.
That was big. That was really big.
6-point lead for Bentonville. Got the ball in the hands of their senior. Now over to Lucas Foster. Trey Tull on the left side finds London down low. He's going to get a double team drawn on him. Goes around, tries to put up the shot. A little short. 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Bentonville's probably completely happy to run as much time off as they can. Spencer trying to go for a steal. Freeman finds Hutchinson back outside. Freeman another deep 3, and it's good.
That's exactly the shot they were trying to set up on that possession. Didn't necessarily unfold the way they wanted, but they still got the end result.
Freeman's 3-point shooting tonight has been a killer for these Wampus Cats. Trey Tull cutting the lead back to 7. 6 seconds to go. Conway trying to keep Bentonville from getting another shot off. Freeman another 3. He got it off in time, but it is no good. We're going to go into the final quarter. Conway trailing 37-30, 60-second break, and we'll be back with the final quarter of action here on Conway Court.
We are Conway's legacy. Just like our family, Conway continues to grow and thrive.
And at Legacy Fencing, we will continue to maintain the level of quality and service that we've provided for the last 2 decades.
From our friendly and helpful office staff to our outstanding installers, to our shop foremen and even our college interns, fencing will not only be our legacy, but yours.
And that's why at Legacy Fencing we say, it's fencing for a lifetime.
In 1916, Smith Ford opened its doors in Conway and began building a legacy that today is over a century old and still going strong. Now let's put this into perspective. When Smith Ford started out, their cars looked like this. Today, they look like this. Outstanding customer service. At Smith Ford, they don't just say it, they define it. You just don't live to see 100 unless you're living right, eating right, or selling right. Smith Ford has been doing all three since 1916.
Back at Hornet Arena for the final quarter of play for your Wampus Cats against Bentonville here in the first round of the 6A state tournament. I'm Levi Gilbert. He's Mark Oliver. Mark, it was a 9-point lead at halftime. Wampus Cats cut it down to 7 going into the fourth quarter. What are they going to have to do to cut it down even more?
I think they keep playing the exact same game they've been playing all game. These are just clutch three-pointers that are coming in, but Conway is winning the rebounding battle. I think they're winning the points down in the paint. I think that they have the momentum even in the fourth quarter. They just got to keep pressing. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just do what you need to do on your possessions to finish with a bucket every time.
Just chip away bit by bit. 7-point lead for Bentonville. There was a foul called a few seconds ago on Caleb London. Freeman going against Williams, no good. Conway in transition. Trey Tull taking it all the way and gets a little floater to go in the lane. 5-point lead now for Bentonville, 37-32.
13 points tonight for Trey Tull, putting the team on his back here late.
It's a senior showing up big time here. First round of the state tournament. He wants to get to another game on Friday. Jaden Williams trying to get the block in the lane. They're going to say he got a little bit of Sawyer Price's arm. Others are going to say hit him in the head. It's always helpful when the officials are very specific with their foul calls. It really helps us announcers out. So Price will go to the line. First free throw, bounces over the front of the rim and goes in.
Price just the second Tiger to go to the charity stripe tonight. It's been quite mum from the free throw line tonight.
There haven't been many free throws for either team. Price hits both of them. That lead back out to 7. 7:10 to go. Still plenty of time for these Wampus Cats, but they're going to have to start getting some conversions on every possession. Trey Tull making it happen on the left side. I don't even think he knew what he was going to do right then, but he got that shot up.
I just wish I could do that.
I know, right? I mean, I try, but it just never, it's when I'm alone by myself, just jumping around in my house. Nobody needs to see that. Freeman finding Hutchison in the lane. And it's going to roll across the front of the rim and in. Lead back out to 7. PA announcer with the late call there. Feeding it into Williams. Williams touch shot in the lane, can't get it to go, and
Conway gets a big break right there, Levi.
Bodies on the floor as everyone trying to get the rebound. I'm going to say it's going to stay with Conway. Fans not happy.
Conway needs to inbound that basketball fast.
Trey Tull getting a little ahead of himself, and he's going to get called for a travel. He's been playing fast tonight and leading the way for your Wampus Cats with 15 points. No other Wampus Cat in double figures. Conway still playing that full court defense. Bentonville breaks it. Hutchison on the left side. Layup off the glass too hard. Conway in transition. Lucas Foster converts the outlet pass with a left-handed layup. 41-36. Lead cut down to 5, and they are checking on Jalen Lee. I think they might have seen some blood. Something checking on him.
Yeah, something with his mouth, it looks like. Seems like he's going to stay in.
41-36, 5:50 to go. Conway trying to chip away each possession. Freeman beats Williams down the right lane, but no good on the layup. Conway,
Boy, what a big rebound there.
Conway trying to get something more. Trey Tull, who else?
Count the bucket, there's a foul.
Trey Tull faked the shot on the baseline and then drove past the defender. Made him look silly. Got the shot up and the foul.
It's a one-possession ball game.
3-point lead for Bentonville. Trey Tull trying to cut it to 2. Convert the 3-point play. It's going to be off the back of the rim. No good. Bentonville with the rebound. 5:29 to go. Lee finds some space on the right side, extends the lead back out to 5.
Minor breakdown in defense there. Conway still has time to wrap it up.
Bryce Bohannon pulling back and set up the offense. Foster looking to get it down to Williams. Williams gonna make a power move to the right side, gets the bucket, lead back down to 3.
5 minutes remaining. Someone's team is going to be moving on to round 2.
Bentonville breaks the press, and they're going to call, I believe, Trey Tull for the reach-in. It's going to be number 4 on the senior, who's leading the way with 17 points.
Now we got to go back and think about that foul, maybe the missed foul call, and how important that just might be against Conway's leading scorer.
And that's exactly what Coach Longing was trying to get addressed back in the third quarter when it happened. Now your senior hot hand tonight is going to have to come out for the next minute or so, or they might decide to keep him in. Coach Longing looks like he's going to send in Harris. Meanwhile, at the line, Price hit the front end of the 1-and-1 and hits the second as well. Lead back out to 5 for Bentonville, 45-40. Trey Tull's going to take a seat with those 4 fouls. Someone else going to have to step up offensively. Bryce Bohannon down to Harris. Been trying to find Jaden Williams. Caleb London trying to get something going. They're going to call another foul on these Wampus Cats. Jaden Williams can't believe it. They're going to call it on Caleb London. That's the senior's 3rd, and Bentonville going to go back on the other end for the 1-and-1. 9 team fouls against your Wampus Cats. The next one will put Bentonville in the double bonus the rest of the way. So a game where we haven't had many free throws. We're going to probably see quite a few here in the last few minutes. Front end is no good. Conway catching another break here.
They've got to do something with it here, though, Levi. Big 3 coming up.
Lucas Foster trying to get it to go. Can't. Caleb London getting the rebound and the putback and the foul.
Hey, Conway will settle for 3 points no matter how they get it. That was big.
45-42. Caleb London, the official, trying to have a little conversation with Caleb. Things might be getting a little heated out on the floor.
Well, what a game it's been.
9-point lead going into halftime. Conway has cut it all the way down to 2 points with 4:19 to go here in the first round of the 6A state tournament.
Hey, there's a reason they saved this for the nightcap tonight. What a great matchup between really strong teams tonight.
Bentonville trying to answer as they've been playing with the pressure of letting this lead slip away. Pass down to Freeman is errant. Foster is going to get fouled trying to go out in transition. It's the 5th team foul against Bentonville, so they've got one more foul to give. And Trey Tull checks back in. 3:56 to go with 4 fouls for the senior, who's put up 17 points tonight for the Wampus Cats. And he's going to pull up for a 3-point. Basket no good. Bentonville pulling down the rebound. Shanks. Over to Price, back to Lee. Bentonville slowing things down. They're going to call a timeout. 45-43, your Wampus Cats have cut the lead down to 2 points, 3:34 to go. Timeout by Bentonville. We'll take it with them. 30-second break, and we're back here on Conway Corp.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security.
Back at Hornet Arena, 3:34 to go. Your Wampus Cats with a 45-43, trailing by 2 points to Bentonville. It was a 9-point deficit at halftime. And the Wampus Cats have cut it all the way back down to 2 with the final 3.5 minutes to play here in Bryant.
Trey Toll leads the way for the Wampus Cats, 17 points. That leads all scorers tonight. He's back on the floor with 3:34 to play. He's got 4 fouls tonight, and Coach Longing is looking to ride him to the finish.
The only Wampus Cat in double figures. You got 2 others sitting on 9 points. That's Caleb London and Jaden Williams. Right now, Conway defense going to have to step up. Shanks trying to find something. He finds Hutchison on the left side. They're looking for Freeman down on the post. Williams posting up against Freeman. Freeman can't get the shot to fall. Williams going to get the rebound and get the pass out to Trey Toll. Williams coming in late after that scuffle. Conway going to set up their offense. They're going to get it down to Williams. Finds Bryce Bohannon. Over to Toll. Conway going to reset here. 2:56 to go. Trailing by 2. And in that motion offense, Trey Toll thinking about getting it down to Jaden Williams. They're going to reset again. Third attempt here at a play. This time they're going to try and get something for Caleb London. Little pull-up jumper on the right side. Ties it up at 45 with 2.5 minutes to play.
Here we go, Levi. Anybody's ball game. Crowd on the edge of their seat.
That basket there put Caleb London in double figures. And they're going to get Lucas Foster for the contact. That's a 10th team foul. Bentonville in the double bonus.
His first personal 10th team foul for the Wampus Cats.
Shanks, that's Price, a little shaken up there after the foul. Bentonville's going to pull their entire team off of the line. Let Price shoot these 2 free throws. He misses the first one. Bentonville conceding any rebound attempt here on this second free throw. Gonna get their defense back and make sure they're set up as Price makes the second. A 1-point lead for Bentonville, 46-45. Trey Toll setting up the offense on the left side. Gets it to London. London making his move. Bryce Bohannon feeding it to Jaden Williams. Jaden, the power move on the left side, gets the bucket to go. And the junior center is in double figures as well, 11 points. And the lead for Conway, under 2 minutes to play.
That young man has ice in his veins. What a bucket. That matchup down low with Freeman all night has been so physical.
I've yet to see any opposing center successfully stop him when he gets the ball in the post and gets ready to make his move. It just makes it look so easy at times.
You're right. These opposing centers, they may win battles here and there, but Williams is always coming out winning the war.
London on Hutchinson. He almost throws it away. Price with the save. Bentonville trying to reset here. Freeman. Williams trying to recover, loses the ball. Hutchinson Caleb London picks it. They're going to find Bryce Bohannon in transition for the layup. Can't get it to fall, but he gets the foul as Lee comes in. So Conway with the 1-point lead is going to go to the free throw line for 2 attempts from Bryce Bohannon.
1-point ball game, but one team is charging ahead. The other one is backpedaling.
Bryce misses the first one. 1:13 to play. Conway leads 47-46 here in the opening round of the 6A state tournament. Second attempt is good. It's a 2-point lead for your Wampus Cats. Conway's going to pull back on that full court defense. It's going to come down to these last few possessions. Price pulls up, gets it over to Hutchinson.
Conway has to watch out for the 3 ball here.
Yeah, Freeman for deep. That's been terrible for Conway, but he misses, and Conway comes away with the rebound. They're going to pull this up and try and run some timeout. 2-point lead for the Wampus Cats.
Play keep away, force the foul.
And they're going to get the foul there. That's the 7th team foul for Bentonville. Send Bryce Bohannon to the line for the 1-and-1. So free throws the rest of the way for both teams the last 36 seconds of this game. Conway with a 2-point lead. Can they extend it to a 2-possession game with both free throws? First attempt for Bryce Bohannon is short. It's going to stay a 2-point lead for Conway. 30 seconds to play, 48-46, Conway on top, and Bentonville's going to call a timeout and draw up the play they want to run here. We'll take a timeout with them. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Conway Court.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. Whatever the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your #1 choice for U-Haul in Conway. We have a wide selection of packing supplies for every aspect of your move. Also, we sell and install hitches. Call 327-4696 for a quote. At Helton's Wrecker U-Haul, we are always on our toes. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Final 29 seconds of action here in Bryant. Conway up 48-46 in the first round of the 6A state tournament over Bentonville. It is the Tigers' possession coming out of this timeout. And Mark, what are you looking for here if you're the Conway defense?
You make sure at all costs you do not allow Bentonville to take a good shot at a 3-pointer. If that means they drive in and they maybe make a 2 and tie this up, I'm okay with that if I'm Coach Longing, because that will give my team an opportunity for the final shot or send this thing to overtime. You always want to have those cards on the table. But Bentonville, they've done a good job. I think back to the end of the first half, which what Freeman was able to do very quickly. And Conway has to make absolutely sure it doesn't happen again.
Shanks inbounds to Price. They're going to look for Freeman early. Looking for a cut for Lee, but can't get it. Lee is going to drive in. Gets the shot off and ties it for 2. 16 seconds to go. Conway with the final possession.
What an opportunity.
Down to 12 seconds. They're not going to call a timeout. They're going to let it go with the senior Caleb London. Over on the left side, driving in. Gets a shot off. They're going to call the foul. With 2.1 seconds to go, Caleb London drives into the lane. We've seen him do it so many times over these 3 years for the senior at Conway. Draws the contact, gets the foul called. He's at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
And I believe that is 5 fouls on Jalen Lee.
You're correct, yeah. Jalen Lee, 16 points. He's going to foul out in this one. Caleb London at the free throw line. Got to make the first one. Ice cold from the senior. Sinks the first one, and Bentonville is going to call a timeout. Let Caleb go to the bench and think about this second one. We'll take it with them. 30-second break, and we're back for the final 2 seconds here on Conway Court.
Centennial Bank builds relationships. That's why our bankers roll up their sleeves to support Conway and Faulkner County. They are folks you know and value for mortgages, business loans, and all your personal banking needs. Community involvement and exceptional service from people you know. That's the Centennial Bank way. Centennial Bank's legacy started right here in Conway and is still growing. Centennial Bank, building legacies, one relationship at a time.
Back in Bryant, the Wampus Cats leading 49-48. Caleb London about to go back to the free throw line with 2.1 seconds to go. One more free throw attempt for the senior with the 1-point lead. Mark, what's Conway looking to do here?
You know, I think that London's going to go to the line and he's going to try to make this here. You know, I think that just go down there, do your business, and force Bentonville to take a long shot.
It rattles out. They're going to call a quick timeout with 1.4 seconds left. The reason I ask that is because, to me, it almost benefits Conway to, I know that sounds crazy, but with the miss there, you're forcing Bentonville to run a little bit of more time off, have to call a timeout. I really wasn't expecting them to call a timeout, but I guess that's what you got to do to try and draw something up, as you've got one more attempt here if you're these Bentonville Tigers. So with 1.7 seconds to go, Caleb London misses the second free throw attempt, and Conway leads 49-48. Bentonville is going to have to draw up something, and it's going to have to materialize quickly to get off a decent shot attempt to try and end this game with a buzzer beater.
Here's the other thing, fouls.
Yes.
Conway has to defend, but not defend too hard. One of these teams is 1.7 seconds away from closing the book on this season.
Conway, Coach Longing's calling for a timeout over here. They have seen what Bentonville has come out and called. He was trying to call a timeout. There we go. Coach Longing getting his timeout. He wanted to see what Bentonville was coming out with here. We're all going to take a collective breath and take it with them. 30 seconds and we're back here on Conway Court.
Hey, welcome to David's. I'm Alan Bubbas, and this is my father, David Bubbas. We want to welcome you in to try our great beef, grade A choice chuck that you can see in display, all you can eat fries, and a little ice cream at the end. Come experience some of the cutest kids. Bring your cute kids too. We'd love to serve you. At David's Burgers, we're proud supporters of the Call in Arkansas.
And you can find out more online about ways to get involved.
Back at Hornets Arena, 1.7 seconds to go. Your Wampus Cats lead 49-48 over Bentonville. Bentonville with one last attempt to try and get a final shot off. A buzzer beater to win this first round matchup. Jaden Williams, all 6'7" of him, going to be over here at the baseline trying to, and he gets a slap. Bryce Bohannon gets the ball. It does not go out of bounds, and your Wampus Cats are going to win this one 49-48. Jaden Williams getting his hand on it. Big defensive play for the junior, and he sends your Wampus Cats to the second round, a matchup against North Little Rock on Friday at 5:30. And we'll have that action for you here on Conway Corp. Woo, Mark Oliver.
Williams just saved the season for Conway. I would be hooping and hollering down there. He has no emotion on his face because he knows it's strictly business. Close the book, look ahead, a big game coming up against North Little Rock.
Oh my goodness, your Wampus Cats erase a 9-point deficit here in the second half to win by 1.49 to 48. Of course, our coverage not over. We'll get to see these Wampus Cats again on Friday at 5:30. We'll get to see the Lady Cats tomorrow night here at 7:30, taking on Springdale Harbor in their first second round matchup. Lady Cats got a bye with the 2 seed. So they'll be playing in the 6A quarterfinals tomorrow here on Conway Court. Mark, any last look at the final scoring numbers for your Wampus Cats?
Yeah, so leading the way for Conway tonight, Trey Tull, the leading scorer overall, 17 points. Caleb London with 12, Jaden Williams with 11, and possibly the biggest play of his Conway career just seconds ago to close out this game. Conway doing a fantastic job, down by 9 at the end of the first half. They chipped away, stayed true to their momentum, and got it done in the end.
Coach Long in all high fives on his way to the locker room. We'll see him and his Wampus Cats again this Friday, taking on North Little Rock at 5:30. That's going to do it for our coverage tonight here on the opening round of the 6A state tournament. Mark Oliver, thanks for filling in again, and always enjoy getting to call some games with you.
Anytime, Levi. I love doing this, and always feels nice to help represent the city of Conway.
All right, Jeff Matthews and myself, Levi Gilbert, will be back tomorrow for the Lady Cats 6A quarterfinals matchup here at 7:30 on Conway Corp. On behalf of the whole staff, thanks for watching tonight. We'll see you all tomorrow.